Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Friday night live stream of the Georgia Shooting Connection. We got some guests here tonight. We got Mr. Ozark Spirit. We got Squatch. We got Echo and the Bunny Man. And as always, we got my brother Kyle Lusk. So he might have some surprises over there. And we'll start off with Ozark. Welcome, brother. Glad you're here.
What's going on? What's going on? I was supposed to be fishing in the Gulf of Mexico this weekend for redfish, but Hurricane Delta had something to say about that. So here I am. Y'all are stuck with me. So.
Great. Glad to have you. And blackened redfish fresh off the hook is one of my most very favorite meals of all time.
Well, I wouldn't know this weekend, but I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah, I am too. It's a lovely thing. Squatch, what you got going on, brother?
Well, it's been a busy week for me. Kind of out of commission right now. I tore my left bicep out doing my part of my wife's honeydew list before work, so we're probably never going to do that again. But I scored some primers today.
It's her fault.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember now that goes back to the original sin when God asked Adam, did you eat of that fruit? And he said, that woman that you made for me gave it to me and I did eat. So not only was it her fault, but it was God's fault for making her to begin with. So we have, as men, we have a wonderful ability to deflect blame. So with that, Mr. Echo, what's happening?
Trying to deflect some blame, basically. For been messing with my computer a little bit, and for some reason couldn't get the RAM speed up past 2,666, and did some more research and found out that it wasn't compatible with my computer. So I did what anybody else would do, go online and look for some that was, and started a return on the other. Found the stuff that was, and it's like $330. So I was like, I didn't have anything else I could do. I ordered it, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with the price that I had to order just to get my computer going again. I was like, ridiculous.
Dang,
and I've been doing 223 Remington, and ordered some new expanders from L.E. Wilson through Brownells, and going to give them a whirl, give a little bit less neck tension.
Okay, so we might talk about that a little bit. If any of you read the description, which most of you don't, I understand. As men, not only do we deflect blame, but we wait to read the directions until all else fails. So we wanted to talk about traveling with firearms tonight. We got hunting season starting up. Some of you guys are going to be taking trips, and we yeah, I agree, Dave. So Mr. Kyle, hope you've had a great week, my brother.
Hey guys, how's everything going? Great to be here. I actually took the day off, so I've been at home all day, and there's a reason. I'm surrounded by idiots.
And not us.
Look at this motley crew that I have. Oh, no, bad no. Quit. Okay, look at this motley crew that I have here.
Well, with that introduction, you want some Cheetos?
You want some cheese balls?
I'm back in Georgia.
Easy poops.
5 years since I've been in Georgia.
I've been invaded.
But Uncle Jim's with me. I got Uncle Jim pimp shirt on.
Hang on. Wait.
You know, Uncle Jim's always with me. Deep in my heart, baby. I love you too, Andy.
Okay. Anyway, that's what we're doing. This guy, right?
It's all that guy's fault.
Right here.
All his
fault. It's his fault. Right here.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
You made
I
me come.
suspected as much. So those other guys need to get a little bit closer to the camera. So
He becomes a citizen and loses his mind.
Well, I already lost it before I became one. But
well, yeah, you got to remember that his channel is titled "The Crazy Scotsman." Yeah,
it's for a good
Mark,
reason.
how you doing, brother?
I'm good. Nice little trip. Hang out with some buddies.
We were going to plan this out a different way. I was going to say, hey, man, bring me some cheese balls. And Willie was going to walk over and hand me some cheese balls. And then these two showed up.
Well, we can.
I think you should do the Santa.
Why
Do
without
the
welcome?
Santa thing. Kyle, you should have Willie on one leg and
Willie is on one leg.
what?
Oh, that's bad. No. Okay, hang on. I gotta say this. Hang on now. We're sitting here sorting lead today. And then Kyle starts throwing zinc wheel weights at me and he's hitting my foot. And I said, ow, can you stop hitting my foot, please? And then Kyle lost it.
I said, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, yeah, that hurt.
That hurt.
So we thought this would be a good surprise. We're honored to have Scotsman, MCK, and Willie Bullet Man all at Kyle's house. We hope to get some time to do some shooting on Tuesday and Wednesday. Looks like a fun week. And we got lots of guys out in the side chat. We got Kenny's out there, Eagle Eye Shooting, Uncle John. Willie Bullet Man's out there, Single Shot. What's up, Richard? Andy 79Z28. Let me just do this while I'm doing it. Uncle Jim, Big Al, what's up, brother? Thorzak, GGW Reloading, Uncle John. Daniel, God is my judge, passed on a 140-inch 10-point tonight. And they called the Scotsman crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't send me a
That'd be a
picture.
bigger one, though, Daniel. They always is. Floyd Hicks, the Texas Outlaw, Michael Sines. Hey, y'all. What's up, brother? Edward Petty, PCC Kid, Big Al again.
There's Fuzzy.
I'm really
Also an old soldier, Floyd Hicks. Tacos and French fries. Now I'm hungry.
Good. I think I'm gonna
There's Andy 79Z28 again. Rollis Carvelis. Kyle Lusk is in the room. Kingpin, what's happening, brother? Chris 338, Andre D'Angelo. Let's see, Floyd Hicks, Kingpin, and I'm Red Raider Reloading. What's up, my brother? 6-shooter Texan. Buzz T Fork 8 Squats Reloading joined us in the room. Big Al again.
good. Fuck.
Jason Stewart, Pony _47, who won our won a gas block from me and a patch. I sent that out to him, and he got it. Nighthawk Medic, welcome in, brother. Don't think I've seen you before. There's a dead horse. And that's all the way back to the beginning, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining. We got 39 folks watching, and I bet you I got some more. Ozark Spirit is in the room. So, yeah, got a good crowd in here. Glad to have everybody on a Friday night. And the reason I guess I might should let Willie talk about this, but basically,
Hey, you got a buddy.
what kind of laws do y'all have in y'all's state, or what kind of precautions do we take when we're traveling with firearms?
Well,
I know they've got to all be unloaded and stuff like that. So.
yeah, they have to be all unloaded. It was crazy since the crazy Scotsman's the one who flew me here, so I never traveled with a firearm. This bug just loves the hell out of me right now.
Yes, sir.
But I never traveled with a firearm as a civilian, so I had to call American Airlines, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, you can, as long as it's a hard case, you can put it with your luggage." And I'm like, "That didn't sound." So I called the next day, and they're like, "No, it has to be in its own little case." And I figured, okay, that's no big deal. And make sure it's unloaded and it's locked. If you're taking ammunition, that has to be declared, but it has to be with your luggage checked in. And I'm like, that's no big deal. But then American Airlines decided to throw a big wrinkle in, and they said it can only be 65 inches total, length, width, everything. And mine turned out to be 10 inches longer, which we all can't complain for 10 extra inches, can we? But that's another story. But they wanted to charge $240 each way as an oversized charge for me to bring a gun to Georgia. So I had to tell these fine gentlemen that I couldn't bring a firearm with me. There she is. Hey, sweetie pie.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Dorinda.
Waiting on you.
We're waiting on you.
Waiting on you.
So we're talking about traveling with firearms tonight?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. See, Marvin, you went from Utah to your hometown. How was it for you?
The airline I was on, I can't remember. You had to have it in a hard case, and it had to be locked, and you had to have either a trigger lock or a cable through the chamber type lock on it. They will inspect it. They will have you open the case to make sure it's locked properly. TSA will, and once you lock it back up, they put their tape on it, and that was it. And when you land, they will call. I was called to the ticket counter to pick it up directly from a TSA agent instead of where the luggage was, but no big deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what they said to me too, but they never told me about having to put a cable lock through it, which I'm sure it would have had to been done, and then I would have been in bad shape because I would have been at the airport without it. So I knew that I had to lock it up, and it had to be TSA approved lock, which is basically any lock that TSA doesn't have a key for, basically, from what they told me. So, but $240 each way was more than my plane ticket for me coming here. I thought that was completely nuts. And they're like, well, and the lady who I spoke to the last time said she didn't agree with either because she came from a large hunting family. And she's like, that's crazy. How can a rifle be in that small of a box to actually be counted as luggage, basically? It was really nuts. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't bring it because they never said anything about the cable lock. Maybe American Airlines different than the airline you're with, but I'm imagining not.
each airline has their own rules. So you need to go to their website and see what their rules are. My airline, you had to have either a trigger lock or a cable lock on the gun. The TSA just requires a lock on the case. And it has to be, if it's a long case, you need to have like 3 locks or 4 locks on it, so it can't be pried open from one end to the other.
I have my pistol. Case had 4 locks. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
A pistol can be stored in your luggage, but you have to open your luggage, open the hard case, and all that. Basically, you're proving that there's no ammunition with it. If you're carrying ammunition, it has to be in a different suitcase if that airline allows ammunition. So, each one's different. I think Southwest Airlines, you have to put tape on the case or something like that. The TSA does that themselves, or they did that for me. They put their own zip ties and they put their own tape on it. So, yeah.
Well, that makes sense. I'd like to see the zip ties because you can show proof that, anyone can have zip ties, but,
right.
With the tape and zip tie, you can prove that they didn't pry it open like you're saying.
Well, each time I've flown with my firearm, it's been different going in and coming out. And honestly, for me, it's a lot more of a headache leaving Kansas City than flying back into it.
What's the difference? I'm sorry. What do you mean by the difference, Sharinda?
So our airport is remodeling, meaning they're tearing down all the terminals and building it back up. So the first time I ever flew out with my firearm, actually it was several because I was going to a shooting conference. They wanted you to unlock your case and let TSA take it off down to another level. And, I had a biometric safe. So I was like, no, if you need to open it and inspect it, you guys can pay me overhead because, it was my first time flying out. And I was thinking, well, what freaking sense does that make? I'm going to unlock my case and let who knows how many people that I don't know have accessibility to my firearm. So we had to go through a big argument about that. And I'm like, well, look, here's the TSA rules. It's not happening. If you need to visually see it, you can call me. I'll put my finger on it and we'll call it a day. So that was the end. I made it on my flight. They didn't call me. It was fine. When I flew back in to Kansas City from Arizona, didn't have that. Okay, step over this way. Open it. Okay, it's unloaded. Close it. Take your suitcase. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's the way it was in Utah. They opened it up right there in front of me.
Yeah.
Made sure it was unlocked or unloaded and locked it back up, put their zip ties and their little piece of tape on there, and off I went.
See, and I didn't even get zip ties. They just put a piece of paper on it, like inspected by number 42 or something, and called it a day. And each time it's like when I left Kansas City, several times, the same thing. It's a headache. Can you unlock it and we'll take it? No. But flying back in from other airports, they look at it right then and there, send you on your way.
No, I'm sorry. Whoever's going to inspect it needs to be named Shirley. That's all I got to say.
Exactly. Well, no.
I know. Well, number 2.
It's very disappointing. I don't know what number Shirley is.
I know.
I think she's number 2.
We need to find out. We need to pay some people. Come on, Shrinder. You're with all the gum companies. We need to find out.
Well, they now know. They now know that you're looking for Shirley, so they're not going to give me any info.
Gee, I wonder whose fault that was. Simmons selling flour. I believe Daniel.
What was funny is when I left Salt Lake, I had a 357 case in my pocket and in my jacket pocket. Didn't realize it. So like it goes through the scanner and they're like, "Come here." And what was funny, the lady that did the inspection grew up about 8 miles from where I grew up, and so the conversation fired up. She said they just needed to make sure there wasn't an active primer in it, and have a good day.
It was funny when I was flying out of Vegas. Same thing. I had 38s in my pocket and some 9mm. They're like, either you got to put them in your safe case or throw them away. I'm like, just throw them away. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, just throw them away. It's just brass, empty brass.
It's the lowest damn PSI you've ever seen.
Okay, since this happened to Willie, I come up with an idea. You buy a case that is within their legal limits, and then take the gun apart and put it in there. Like take the barreled action off of the stock, put it in there, and then put some nice tactical foam in there and make sure everything's nice and tight and secure.
Well, I think that was more of a suitcase issue and not a gun issue. When I flew out to Utah, I was 3 pounds overweight, and it cost me like $80 because I was 3 pounds over.
Yeah,
so
you for that.
You got size and weight issues. So I don't think the fact that it was a gun was what they were hammering Willie for.
Right.
Are you sure that
it was the oversized charge? That's why they were hammering me. If it was undersized, it would have just been $40. It counted as an extra bag. It was $30 for my one suitcase, and then $40 for the second suitcase. So, that would have been well worth it. But since they counted it as oversized, it was $200 for oversized plus the $40 for the second bag. So that's the bad part. But like Kenny said, that's a good idea. Take pictures after they tape it, zip tie it, just secure your ass. That's what I'm saying. If you're sending a gun on a plane, take lots of film, pictures, everything, and So at least, hopefully, you'll get it when you land.
Do you guys mind if I share what I do?
Go right ahead.
Sure.
So if I'm taking long guns, I have that very large Pelican case that's on wheels. As a matter of fact, the case is about taller than me. It's about 5 feet tall. So if I take my AR, my shotgun, and my pistols, take the barrel out of all of them, take it apart, and I have the foam cutouts in each one, and I put the magazines in there. I also have a list of what's all in my case, and I make sure my case is within weight limits. So my list has what firearms are in the case, my serial number, my magazines. I have the value of what each is worth. Every little thing that has related to, I call it my tactical suitcase, there's a list in each one. So as far as I'm concerned, when TSA slaps that label on there saying they inspect my case, they're acknowledging that, okay, yeah, we agree with the value of what's in there. So if it comes up missing, I have a copy. There's a copy in my suitcase. There's a digital copy on file. Also, I don't pack my firearm or anything tactical related in the suitcase with my clothes, because I mean, I travel with a minimum of 2 suitcases. One's clothes, one's firearm stuff. So I know that I can take 125 grains of 9mm and not have to worry about it. I know that's within my weight limit. I then know if I put my competition belt in there with the 4 magazines, all my SIG magazines, my biometric case that I have my pistols in, those will fit in there. I'm well within the weight limit, and it's carry-on size. My big suitcase has everything else. If I take my long case, everything fits in that long case, and I'm still under weight requirement. Since I never quite know what each state's law is as far as traveling with the firearm, I have that insurance. I'll call and I'll have them email me what each state's firearm concealed carry law is, and I'll make sure that once I get in or out, I'm not going to be a felon. If it's a state where my concealed carry doesn't work, other than the exception when I had to go visit my friend in Chicago, I just won't go.
Right.
Won't visit, right. Won't go.
And if you're traveling through a state that's got hooky laws when it comes to guns, as long as it's in the possession of the airline, it's considered federal property.
Yeah.
So because it's under.
Remember when y'all first started traveling, they used to say, your mom used to tell you, make sure you keep a pair of drawers in your carry-on. I do that too.
Yeah, your mama wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
So here's the bad thing, Sharinda. When I landed, they screwed it was all screwed up on my second flight coming. I meet Jamie, great surprise, have fun. Jamie's a short little guy. I'm like, oh, I love this. And then we're waiting for my.
What is it with you and short people?
I can't tell, but you guys are short.
Because Willie's 6'6", that's why.
I'm 6'2". I can't
have ginormous. Shut up.
So we're waiting for my luggage. My luggage doesn't show up. Done. So I had to wait in line. I'm like, where's my bag? So my gun would have been late. My suitcase was an hour and a half late, so at least it showed up. So I would have been more panicking about. I was more panicked because I had my medication in my suitcase.
Oh, I never put medication in the suitcase. That goes in the carry-on with the extra pair of granny panties.
Right.
But my problem is
have those granny panties.
My carry-on carries all my medical stuff, my supplies for my legs. So I'm like, now I don't care anymore. Pills are going in my carry-on, and I'll suffer with less pain.
I keep my pills in my pocket.
You don't remember my pills, do you, Marvin?
Oh yeah, you have to carry yours in a 5-gallon bucket.
That's right. I got a shopping cart.
Well, that was my idea. if you're carrying an AR, you're carrying a hunting rifle, and it's not always over airlines. Sometimes we drive. But yeah, Al made a good point. Big Al said, make sure that you're knowing what the laws are of the states that you're going through, and always keep your guns unloaded. Keep your ammunition in a separate container, locked. I would guess would be the rules of most of the. I don't do that, but you know.
Well, one thing I would do, because you guys know I live in California, so no matter what, separate your upper and lower, because you could be going into a state that doesn't allow them, and it's not a firearm if it's separated, at least in California. So I was going to bring 2 ARs, and I had them both taken apart just for that reason.
Yep. As long as there's not an orange in there with it, you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of cases. One of them soft, one of them's hard. One of them it's got I can lock up, but I could put 2 lever guns in one without scopes on them, or I could put an AR in there with 2 uppers and have 2 different calibers. So, and space when you're traveling is always at a premium. So, when you get to where you're going,
right.
Particularly say you're going on let's say we're going on an elk hunt, Ozark. Me and you, Squatch and Echo, we're all going to leave from different parts of the country. We're going to meet Idaho in Idaho, and he's going to take us on an elk hunt. Well, when I get there, I don't have a problem taking my rifle apart, taking the barreled action off of the stock, and getting it in a tighter package, a smaller package, whether we're flying and meeting in or whether we're driving in, whatever. First thing I'm going to do is put my gun back together and shoot it and make sure it's still on point. Anytime you travel, particularly on a hunting trip or even if it's just a bunch of us guys, like what's going on at Kyle's house. We're all in Georgia. A couple of the guys wanted to come down. I said, well, while we're at it, let's invite Willie. Let's get him out here because he's wanting to come back to Georgia. Just a casual throw together. Okay, while you're here, we're going to try to shoot a day or two. So, at that point, you got plenty of time to put your scope back on site. But if you're going on a hunt of a lifetime, and I don't think I really have to say this, but always shoot your rifle at a target, paper target, get that thing printing where you want it before you go out hunting that first morning. So, Squatch, do you ever travel with firearms? I know you do a little bit of competition shooting.
Mainly just driving, and that's everyone's already talked about it. Keeping your firearms separate from your ammunition, and it's got to be in proximity where you can't reach it, with your arm. So usually they suggest, put your guns or your ammo in the trunk and your gun in the glove box or in a portable safe under the seat. But I've never had any issues, especially in Ohio. They're pretty conservative as far as gun laws and things like that. But I haven't had any issues. I've never traveled by airline for a competition or anything. I've always just drove.
Well, I hope Eagle Eye Shooting's still out there.
One of
the
other thing that I have to pay attention to. Go ahead.
I was going to bring up the Iraq Bet 8888 shoot that myself and Chico were blessed to be able to attend with Eagle Eye last October. Most of those guys are vendors. They're bringing in a bunch of stuff. Some of them are driving trucks. And they've got that much stuff to bring, like Facts and Firearms. They had a truck full of 223 and 350 Legend ammo, 300 Blackout ammo, just cases after cases after cases. But most of these companies will send send the firearms by FedEx. Hey Mario, and their firearms are waiting on them when they get there. We had a couple of great ideas in the side chat. Send your stuff by FedEx early, particularly one that Big Al said, insure it for the amount your dream gun would cost. Pay the insurance and
well, the problem is
right now, my AR-10 had a Zeiss scope on it. What's this CB Life crap?
well, the thing is, you have to prove the value of what you have on there. You can insure it for $1 million, but you have to show proof of what the. I'm not trying to bust
my bubble. You're busting my bubble.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know some of my associates think I overkill, and I tell them I actually have a list and have everything on it. But I'm like, it serves two purposes. I know the value of my stuff, and I know what to check off to make sure I'm coming back home with.
Right.
I think that's great. That is very good information there. Hey, no homo. Hey. Hi, it's Uncle Jim too.
You know what? The way Mario worded that almost sounds like a porno.
I know. Oh, God. He's an infantryman. He knows all about being no homo.
Well,
we are in the Navy.
All about being homo too.
I'm going to burn.
We're all in the Navy.
No, what I was saying earlier that I have to be aware of.
That way, the guy in the back.
Never mind. Hang on, let Mario. I'm sorry, Marvin. Go ahead.
Kyle, he's rude anyways. The is NFA controlled items. With a suppressor, you don't have to fill out any paperwork. But if you've got a SBR or a short barrel shotgun or something, any NFA item besides a suppressor, you have to fill out the proper paperwork. Now, what some people do is they fill out the form and say all of the lower 48 I'll be traveling, and it's good for a year. But if you're carrying a short barreled rifle from here to, let's say, to Atlanta, I have to list every state that I'm traveling through with that firearm. And it has to be filed, 30 days in advance or 60 days in advance or something like that?
90 days in advance.
90 days, okay.
Yeah, and it's the permit. You can choose how long you want it to stand for, but I think 120 days is the max. And basically, like you're saying, you have to tell them every state that you'll be stopping in to reside, maybe at a motel. You've got to plan your entire trip around that firearm.
Right.
And I do, when I used to fly a lot and travel with firearms, is first contact your airline that you're going to be flying. Find out the information that they have available or on their website or on the phone, and then talk to TSA. And what I like to do is, I'm like Sharinda, I have a list of everything that's in there with an estimated replacement value. And basically, I have multiple forms printed up so that when I go to TSA, to the security thing to check my firearm, they require you to open it up, show that it's unloaded, that it is stored correctly and locked. And I also have either the TSA agent or the sheriff deputy or the city police in that airport sign off on it, saying that that's what they observed in that case when the time they seal it up and they stick that big sticker, "This is a firearm," on the outside. That's like an advertisement to steal it. So, and then I also have insurance through my my concealed weapons permit insurance that covers my firearms in transit. But one other thing I was going to tell you, when you're carrying a firearm in the state of Florida, other states vary on their transportation of firearms, and it's usually a good idea to look at each state. There is a website that you can look, and it states what states that your concealed weapons permit is also recognized in, and if there's any stipulations that vary from your state. Like the state of Florida instance, their concealed weapons permit, the way you have to go and apply for it, you take the class, is the original format that all the southern states and a lot of states, I believe 40 other states, have adopted as their program as well. So my permit works in all the, non-socialistic states. I think it works in everything but New Jersey, New York City, California, and
West Coast and Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah, in Illinois, in Chicago,
New Jersey, New York City. Yeah, New York State, fine. New York City is a different ballgame.
Yeah, and in also Washington D.C. They're real weird about the way they do their things. But the bottom line is each state has their own way. Here in Florida, the basic thing is you could carry a firearm, loaded or unloaded. It's up to your discretion, with or without a concealed firearms permit. If you have it in a snapped holster, it's got to have a snap because this law was written before Velcro. So it has to be in a snapped holster or the original box that it was purchased in. And it has to be out of accessible reach. And what they mean by that is you can have it in a center console. If it has a latch on it, it doesn't have to lock, just has to have a latch. Your glove box. But I suggest if you're going to have a firearm in either place, that you carry your registration, driver's license, and insurance card above your visor. So you're not anywhere near those areas when an officer comes up to the car. You don't want to surprise he or she with opening up a glove box and have a pistol fall out and cause yourself more headache or problems than it's worth. But, usually they're very close to that in most of the southern states. You can have the weapon loaded or unloaded. It's up to the owner's discretion, but you have to follow the procedures that are set up for carrying it that way. Now, if you're taking a road trip, I suggest you check each and every state that you're going through, because you could pass through a state, and as long as you're not stopping off to sleep at a motel, and you're considered interstate traffic. So it basically, you carrying a firearm that may be illegal in that state is legal as long as you're traveling through that state and you have it broken and down and locked the way it's supposed to be. But as soon as you pull over and stop at a motel, you're violating their law and you can be arrested for it. So you really need to research it. And what I've done in the past is I call my program lawyer through US Law Shield, and I'll ask him, I'm going here, here, and here. Is there anything that I have to worry about? And just to let you guys know, in the state of Florida, my concealed weapons permit works for anything I can legally conceal, including pocket knives. Now, if I go to Georgia and I'm carrying my Spyderco that's 4.5 inches long, unfolded, that I cannot carry concealed and have my concealed weapons permit cover it, because Georgia doesn't see a folded knife that's over 4 inches long as a legal concealable firearm type weapon. So basically I have to have that exposed or not carry it or have it in a bag, but not on my person. So that's just to show you a little quirk in how their laws are kind of the same, but yet still different.
See, Arkansas's concealed carry law has a little quirk like that too. If you hold a concealed carry permit, you are not allowed to open carry unless you're actively hunting. So you can carry concealed, but you cannot open carry unless you're actively hunting. So, some of these knuckleheads that travel around to these states, like that idiot kid that got shot up in Minneapolis or wherever it was, you cannot open carry when you're holding an Arkansas concealed carry permit, even in another state. So it's a little quirk like that. But yeah, we got the same thing with the knives. Anything over 3.5 inches, you can't carry concealed, even with a concealed carry permit.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
you can actually open carry in the state of Florida if you are going fishing or hunting. You could be walking, bicycling, or whatever. A lot of the law enforcement just recently got aware of this due to the, I believe it was Florida concealed carry. And they did a thing where a guy went out and was carrying an AR-15 and a handgun. But he had his fishing pole and his fishing tackle box and was on the pier going down to the beach to go fishing. What?
No, Kyle's getting loud again.
What?
Oh, okay.
He's making a fun.
They got a call from somebody, and they went out there and they ended up arresting the guy, and basically lawsuit intended, and basically now they recognize. See, they thought it was only for hunting, and you had to be on private land, and how that got construed into the state actual doctrine, I have no idea. But if you are on your way or in the process of hunting or fishing, you're allowed to open carry for your protection in the state of Florida. But other than that,
California was bad.
What was that, Kyle?
I said I thought California was bad.
All these are good examples on why all new gun owners, new hunters, and even some veterans that, things have changed in the last few years need to research and follow up on these tidbits. Because even with me living on state line, going back and forth, I have my concealed carry permit, but just because part of it works in the state that I live in doesn't necessarily mean it carries over to the neighboring state that I hunt in.
Very good point.
Thorzak's just put a great point too. All of us law-abiding citizens try to read the laws, find the laws, and everything else. All the criminals are carrying concealed weapons all the time. They don't give a shit, and they get away with it. That's the sad part. We pay our money, or like me, for me to get a concealed in California, is $500 for me to get a concealed permit. That's nuts. But I could carry and not get caught, and no one's going to know. It's just, I hate the idea that we're all being law-abiding citizens. We're paying our dues, and we get shit on every time. It drives me nuts.
To me,
Make another law.
a concealed carry license that you're required to have to carry and protect your life, your liberty, and your property is nothing more or nothing less than a tax on a God-given right.
Yep.
So
and
true.
I think that's what the Constitution says about it.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Tell Dave we're going to shoot those slugs on Tuesday.
Oh, Dave, we're shooting the fire hydrant slugs on Tuesday, just to let you know.
My tactical Prius.
For anyone who does not have a Constitution pocketbook on them at all times, do so. We're in crazy times right now. Carry a Constitution on you at all times.
Is that Scotsman's voice in the background?
Yeah, it is.
It might be.
He's right here.
Hey,
there he is.
I'm telling you, I've been invaded.
We have a house full. Got Scotsman, MCK. They just got here. Of course, my beautiful self. I've been
there
here.
There goes the neighborhood.
You know, old Oompa Oompa here.
Take your Oompa Loompa and shove it up your Oompa's ass.
Are you guys all driving the new tactical Priuses?
You know we are.
And Salmon?
Salmon Prius. We're pimping them.
TMV2.
We're all going to take a nice drive and go see Tin Man.
Big Al, no one messes with a tactical Prius.
Absolutely.
This is a joke, right? That's a joke, right?
Coefficient of lift versus drag.
I gotta disagree with that comment.
I'm listening.
no one messes with that tactical Prius. Go watch the other guys. Trust me, they mess with the tactical Prius.
Hey, let me tell you a funny story about a Prius. My buddy, he's got a, I think it's a '97 Ford F350, but it's a 1-ton, but it doesn't have, it's not a dually. It's just a regular 8-foot bed. It's got the longer bed on it, but he's got huge tires on this thing. Well, he had to take it in for service at the Ford dealership. So his wife was following him up there and in her car. So when they drop the truck off, he goes and goes to get into her car. She goes, "What are you doing?" "I'm driving." So he's in the passenger seat of this mint green Prius holding a little Chihuahua.
Oh.
And guys and even like young kids and guys and stuff were honking and pointing and laughing. And it was so hilarious. He said he felt so emasculated. He was like, it's like I stepped into the car, I closed the door, and I lost my manhood.
He left his man card in the truck.
Goodness.
I was going to ask you, is Jazzy picking you up or am I picking you up from the airport?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm not coming down on this trip.
Why not? You're supposed to.
Because A, I don't have any vacation time, and B, is hunting season.
I hear that.
Is hunting season the reason you don't have any vacation time left?
Sadly, yes.
Well, then.
I turned into that gal.
Apparently, 3 weeks ago, you had both.
I have to disagree.
Muzzleloader season next weekend.
Yep.
You can't say sadly yes. You're a hunter. Hell yeah, that's why.
So I got a partial funny story for y'all. So I got a surprise gift card in the mail yesterday, and I know it wasn't you guys.
Geez, we could have sent it to you. Come on now.
Well, I mean, seeing as how my boss had their name on it, I knew it wasn't you guys. Okay. So the short version of the story, I logged on.
So what you're saying, Sharinda, is your boss took my.
Did you kick in already? Did booze kick in already?
And squeezeums are getting to him.
Right, got that hooch kicking in. So I was looking on Shield's website, and I knew I had won a gift card, but I forgot about it because it's been a couple of weeks. And Shields had the waiters that I wanted on sale. So I looked on there and I was like, fudge, I got an adult. I can't get these waiters. And then 30 minutes later, I see the mailman walk past my front window, go out there. My gift card's in the mailbox. So I run my little butt back in here to the computer, logged in. I was like, oh, crap, wait. The guy, I think at Shields, their employees don't get commission, but they get points for, sales or something, whatever. So I was like, oh, I can't do that guy like that because I've harassed this guy for 2 months about finding waiters that fit. And he even called me a couple of times to tell me he had some new models in for me to come try them out, but we found the pair that fit. So I actually called customer service and was like, hey, Dave helped me with waiters the last 2 months, and I was going to order them online, but I thought about it. He doesn't get credit. And they were like, oh, that's so sweet. Dave is actually here. Let's transfer you to him. So anyway, I got my waiters and paid for it over the phone with the gift card, go to the store and pick them up. So on my way there, I started crying. Because
I'm not going to say what you said on Instagram.
Well,
you're chubby.
Yeah. I had a girl chubby too. But now, mind you, I never refer to my friends as this, but I immediately got on our group chat with my hunt buddies, and I was like, And I'm sorry for my French ahead of time. I was like, guess what, bitches? I got waiters. Because they were able to go on opening day for Teal. And I couldn't go because you literally had to have waiters because the entire marsh was flooded. There was no way I could go, so I was heartbroken. So now I done sent everybody a picture of Gru doing a little dance saying this is gonna be me on Instagram in a few weeks, looking like Gru in my waiters.
And those little fast little till, they're like trying to pop
This morning was the first morning I was able to.
Oh wow.
I'm so excited to actually be able to go out there, set up the decoys, meet the dogs halfway to grab my bird,
I mean,
pull
like
the decoys out.
You had to come outside.
Yep, and I'm gonna be enjoying every moment of it. Every moment. So yeah, I actually cried a little bit in the car. I was like, I got waiters.
I absolutely love duck hunting. You know,
And I came home, I smelled them, I hugged them, I took them out the box, I looked at them, I caressed them.
you learn to call, and all of a sudden those birds, it's like turkey hunting. You know, you call those birds, and they react. It'll get you hooked, especially in timber.
I'm sorry, guys, ahead of time. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of the stunts I pulled this week. It's just gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
There's nothing wrong with that,
It's gonna
Trinita.
get worse.
We got to book our casting weekend because my calendar's filling up with hunting season.
Bet I actually have some lead now.
We're gonna do that.
Oh, cool.
I have some lead, so yes.
Oh, I'll hook you up on some lead. I got an indoor range that'll sell me 3 5-gallon buckets for a C-note.
You know what, Ozark?
As
I'm
long
gonna
as you
send-
can have it delivered to California, I'm up.
I'm gonna send you the weekends that I'm free, and let's see if they mess up with your hunting weekends. And I'm driving down because then you can show me how to recognize them. It'll be better for me visually because I'm a hands-on kind of retard.
Fucking zinc over there.
We'll do it right here in Joplin.
And I get to meet Twisted Wood.
Twisted twine.
Twisted Twine.
Get it right, girl. Come on, get it right.
Well, I call her the awesome wood lady, so it always comes
Yeah,
up Twisted
she is
Wood.
awesome. He is a lucky man, very blessed.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
He is. He is a blessed man.
I definitely am.
Spotlight.
Yeah. Just message me on Instagram and we'll get it together.
Bet.
Daniel's telling you, shut up, Kyle.
Give him a
Nicely.
cheese ball.
Nicely, he says, shh.
Give him a cheese ball. Cheese ball.
Okay, Jerry 1911's here. We can start now.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
What's going on, buddy?
Jerry.
Jerry, you're the only one that hasn't invaded my house in the last 24 hours. If you need directions, you take I-75 south.
Willie, does he have the swimming pool open?
Negative. Covers on it.
Oh,
You don't want to be in it. You don't want to be in it right now. Oh, that water's cold.
So
No
we can't see y'all. Can y'all kind of bunch up where we can see everybody?
Although, now that I have
Well,
the
hang
new
on.
water
Let me
heater
get closer to these
with
guys.
water hose
Make
connections,
the handicap guy get up.
I can have a heated pool.
You know what? They are like the beginning of one of those: a Scotsman, a Georgian, a Californian, and MCK. Where are you from again?
Indiana.
And an indie guy met up and
So
they had a
what- so
drink,
what
and then
you're
it's like
saying
a dope ghost house.
It's the beginning of the end.
Hoosier.
Right.
Go dog, second wolf woof. Mm.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and the Oompa Loompa there.
Hey, Kyle is the Oompa Loompa.
I will clap on that.
That's awesome.
Excuse me.
Hey,
I can't
I'm
make
just
a
as
fine
tall as you
chocolate.
are.
I can.
I
Make
got
this
it, Brenda. I got it.
Remember, Brenda,
Okay.
I make the cocoa bullets. Remember? See?
Okay.
You call
No.
me what you
Yeah.
want.
They're not, Willie, get the name right. They're Sharenda coated, not cocoa. Sharenda coated.
You said Sharenda coated or cocoa. So I picked cocoa.
Where's
So, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to go get them. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Scott's was drinking water.
goddamn? You need help? Shit! You've been gone for 10 minutes.
Sorry about that, people.
That's why we can't have good things because Kyle,
Right. Georgia boys got it right. Gun season opens next Saturday here and goes through January the 10th. And we are allowed 10 does and 2 bucks. One of those bucks must have at least 4 points, 1 inch long, of at least 1 inch long on one side of his antlers.
That's a lot of meat. Mark and me are saying right now. That
I can get 4 in my county.
that's more deer than I want to clean.
There's a problem.
Yeah, it's more
There's
more deer than I want to process out.
Right.
Yes, James. 10 doe.
I'll tell you, in my county, I'll be lucky enough to see 2 deer alone.
Well, people want to give you a hard time about taking does, but doe meat is so much better
Yep.
It is.
than buck.
Willie, all
Yes, sir.
you have to do is go and stand with your AR and near the fire line, and the deer will run right past you.
Absolutely. That is true.
The deer and the mountain lions and the coyotes, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I need to get me some 10 round AR mags. I've never hunted with my AR, but I think I'd rather have the mags and not need them versus the other way around.
Now, hang on, 10 round. You're
would
not
you
in
use a 10
California.
Yeah,
Can't you
but
hunt
in
more than
no,
10?
not in the state of Missouri. If you use an AR, it has to be a 10 round magazine.
Oh, now
Running,
you're
yeah.
in California.
Well, let me tell you, if you have to shoot more than 10 times, you're a shitty shot, or there's a lot.
Right.
You got some issues if you're firing more than 10 shots.
Now,
See, and that's another good example on why you guys need the reason. So, you backyard hunters, if you ever go anyplace else outside your backyard, make sure you check.
the most I've ever shot
Absolutely.
at any one time was hog hunting. I had about 80 of them come by me, like literally both sides. I shot 29 times. I had one left in the magazine.
Why the hell I need to leave my backyard?
I'm telling you right now, a buddy of mine said he found out I'm in Georgia. He goes, find 9 mil. I go, there's no 9 mil anywhere. He called everywhere. And he's like, well, I found bullets, but they're 90 grainers and they're $20 for 100. I'm like, well, if you want to buy them, or you can wait until I get home and I can cast you up some 124 lead. And you can just give me some lead.
So, I'm about ready to start loading 12 gauge, right? I'm hunting for primers.
Yes, I do. Oh,
I called Cabela's and asked them, hey, y'all got some 209s in? They said, yes. I said, I want all that you have on the shelf. I'll go down there.
100.
That's 300. Hey, that's 300. That's a season or 3.
I'm probably going to waste 50 of them.
No, shotgun primers are a lot harder than.
I want to talk about this right here. Some counties have a 15-inch spread restriction on bucks, and I live in Georgia. I know that. I don't know exactly which counties it is because it's not mine, so it's not important that I know that. But my point is, from a tree stand 150 yards away, how do you tell that?
1 inch outside the tips of their ears. Generally, if you go 12 inches between tips of their ears, if their antlers are an inch outside that, you're in good shape.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I don't
Dang
even consider. I don't even consider taking a buck if it's not outside its ears.
Right.
I haven't aspired for a buck yet. If I get one, great. I just want meat.
Yes, ma'am. I don't blame you there, Sharinda, at all.
I'm just happy to get out there and get it. As a matter of fact, the first deer I got, I'm getting ready to do my European mount. It's a doe, so go ahead and laugh at me.
You gonna do a euro on a doe?
I'm gonna do a Euro on the doe. It's my first deer. I got her sign and everything made up. It says Darla.
The Darla.
The date that she died.
Darla, there you go.
You're
You're the best, Sharinda.
Those 10-round AR mags are they're very cool for not just for hunting but for load development when you're working up loads for 223.
If
I
you use
agree.
the rest, yeah. Especially
They're good for a beginner too.
Yeah, I was
So,
very lucky.
Thor-
West Virginia Dodge gave me 4 of them.
So Thor, it depends on where you're hunting and what the stipulations are.
Well, all migratory birds are still, but like where you went, you had the dove hunt was still. I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, and that was because it was on public land, and it's also a sunflower field that they use for other things. So, I have to check that too when we're going on public land, or even if we're going hunting on private property. The owners may want us to use steel, so I got to respect that.
I'd never had seen steel loads for
Sharinda?
like 7.5 or 8.
Yes.
Sharinda, text me the primer number you're looking for, because that's one thing in California that's not sold out is shotgun primers. So text me what size you're looking for, and I'll see what I can find for you. Let you know.
I'll send you a picture. Oh.
They're 209s, aren't they, Sharinda?
Yeah, they're 209s.
Yeah, I can get those
I
too.
won't remember
Willie's
when that's
not.
the week.
I'll text you. And Big Al, I definitely will. If I can't find one tomorrow, I'm going to be all up in your DM on Discord. When you guys, I think I have the strangest DMs or PMs. Like I don't get inappropriate stuff. It'll be, look at this gun I just bought this weekend. Hey, I found a primer sale. Or the most inappropriate thing I've ever had from you guys is a firearm that I can't afford.
That's a good point from Appalachian Reloader. Get a greater overall cartridge overall length.
Oh.
All mine are mag pools.
Mine are too. Well, I got 2 metal ones. Let me see. I think I got some right here.
I got the old Army 25 round metal ones that are about the size of a 10 rounder.
Yeah, the 20 rounders. The old Army 20s.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a couple of the old 1968 20 round magazines that are waffled.
Yeah.
I mean, is there really a difference?
Hey, Jamie, why don't you show her that 350 Legend mag I sent you? That's the size of a 10 rounder. If you got it by you.
This one.
Hey, Sharon,
you sent me, Willie, is
in stock.
What, the 10 round mags?
No, 209 primers.
Let me get out there right now, because when I looked at them this morning, they didn't have any.
Does it say 350 Legend on the bottom?
The one you sent me, Willie, is in the gun in the safe.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, buddy.
I think
that's where it should be, in the safe, being protected.
Right.
I sent it to you. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And hang on. The Scotsman comes in, walks up to me, and hands me the 147 grain 9 mil Lyman mold and says, "It's yours." The rat bastard paid for my plane ticket and then gives me a Lyman mold. 4 cavities.
That guy is a jerk, isn't he?
Then he,
Right?
he
Hey, I'd watch out. It might be like prison. You get a gift on your bunk when you first get in there.
I gotta go buy soap on the rope. I'm gonna be someone's bitch by tonight.
I sent you the link, Sharonda.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking now. I might get some.
Don't worry, Willie. My name's not Daniel.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Daniel was in the Navy, I heard. We know about those Navy guys. They like taking dictation.
Daniel's leaving us. Good night, Daniel.
Good night, Daniel.
Night.
How convenient.
How convenient.
Navy boy gets called out and runs away.
Oh, thanks, Thor.
That's funny.
just call him Dave.
So, Scotsman, how was y'all's trip in? MCK, how was y'all's trip?
Good. Dragging on a little bit. We did fine.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Lots of
How long-
accidents on the road, but
Yeah.
we made it through.
How long did it take you?
About 6.5 to get Scotsman, and then another 8 down to Georgia. But we had a couple
Shoot.
breaks in there.
Well, shit. Next time he can do 18 to come get me, and we can do a round ender.
I'll meet you in Arizona. I'm not going to California.
I don't blame you. I don't blame anyone
Yeah, we
for
don't
not
cross
going
that.
to
We don't cross
California.
that line, Willie.
Mario, you have to meet me at the border, sir.
I ain't letting none of y'all go to California.
Willie, they're going to mess with you and stick an orange.
California,
in
I
your
don't blame
carry-on.
anyone.
They're going to stick an orange in Willie's carry-on, so when
I
he
know.
gets to California, he'll get arrested.
All right, I think now's
right.
the time, MCK.
For what?
For what? You
know
got a
what?
little something to. You trying to make me struggle, ain't you? Go ahead. I want y'all to talk, man.
Well, hey, Jamie, why don't
You need
Hey,
something.
It's in the car.
Jamie, what?
It's in
Well,
the car.
hold on.
No. It's time for you to make some sparks.
What am I doing? Making a fire? Where's the?
No, don't make a fire. Shit, Willie's right here.
I'm from California. I'll light right
All
up.
right.
I'm doing a fire.
Jamie, hold on. Move on for a second. It's in the car. He's gonna go get it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it is in the car.
go. Hang on a second. Go. Move on to something else for a minute.
I wasn't ready, sir.
All
How
right.
about
Hey,
them Braves?
when you
Here's
guys
slide.
go to speak, raise your hand. That way we know which one's speaking.
Right. When all y'all talk at the same time, we hear nothing.
We don't know which one's speaking.
Yeah. Kyle made a good point. You know, down here in Georgia and Arkansas, too, I might add, and Florida, as far as that goes, we live in a conquered and occupied country. So we have to take our pleasures and our victories where we can find it. Since the war of northern aggression.
Usually on the football field, right?
Yeah, but this time it's on the baseball field as our Atlanta Braves start Monday the league championship series with the LA Dodgers, and all the experts are saying
Just for you. Here you go. I got one question for you, brother. Did they stand for the national anthem and did they put their hand over their heart?
they better.
If they don't, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but don't fuck.
They better.
Did I say that out loud? Oh,
Now, that's one thing I'll say for baseball. Most of the time at baseball games, all your ball players are got their hat in their hand and their hand over their heart.
Then I'm all right with it. Proceed.
So all the experts are, of course, picking the Dodgers and the Yankees. and the Yankees are. I think they play tonight, and yeah, we'll see. There's Ocean. What's up? Thanks, GGW. We're hoping the Braves will make it through to the World Series. It's been a long time. And Ocean 374 is joined us.
All right.
So,
You want to blow it up, Jamie?
yeah,
Jamie,
man.
go full size.
Let me get out of the picture. I don't need to be in this.
I don't need to be in it either.
I'm not partying enough.
Hope y'all like Ford.
Hell, you put a Ford bag. I'm not going to be in this at all.
As long as it in the truck. As long as it in
Doing
the
a
truck.
flash giveaway. I got 350 pieces of nickel plated 45 ACP brass. So
It's pretty.
to the lucky winner who can guess the answer to this question. Go ahead, Jamie. Ask the question.
Mark came up with the question. I'll supply the answer. Hold on 1 second.
Someone else wasn't ready. Hey,
Hey,
Chico!
Watch out now. There goes the neighborhood for real.
Okay, Chico, you're just in time to just in time for the giveaway, brother.
hang on a second, Jamie. Hey, Chico, no matter what, you cannot show the naked pictures of my wife. She sent you. I'm telling you that now.
We're not talking about that right now. We'll talk about that later. Everybody's telling you, hey, Chico, but then Jerry 1911's got a rain on our parade talking about Gold Dodgers.
Oh, they're down there with the Dallas Cowboys somewhere in my ranking.
Kinda, yeah. So, okay, Mark, ask your question.
you want me to ask it?
Yes.
All right. All right, Jamie. Question is, when did you make the first 3030 low development video?
Okay, that's the question. What date did I publish 3030 load 1? First one that gets it that needs 350 45 ACP.
Yep. Nickel.
Nickel plated. First one with the right answer wins. So there's Uncle Jim back in the house.
Oh, September 2018.
I'm on his YouTube channel. I got September 15th of 2019.
The very first
I'm still going.
3030 load 1.
Hey, dead horse.
1984. Are you showing your age, dead horse?
I guess everybody's running to my YouTube channel to look it
You
up.
know they are. They're locking up YouTube right now.
I don't own a 45 yet, so
Don't mean you don't need brass. Let those fingers do the typing.
Still haven't seen the correct answer up there.
I see it already.
You do?
And the reason we picked that one is because it also says MCK in the title.
You helping them out too much.
I was going to say that.
And it don't have many views.
We know why.
And the prize is, we said 45 ACP brass.
Yes, sir.
300.
Nickel brass.
I can't even see the size.
Well, James, we'll give some of yours away next. Count out 500 pieces. We'll come up
Yeah.
with another question.
August 3rd, 1947. Right after World War II. Well, that's close.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Huh.
I don't see it. I do
Jamie,
not
you
see
pulled the video down, didn't you? So no one sees it.
No.
I guess don't nobody want to win.
The earliest one is showing that they don't do it in freaking order anymore.
Welcome to YouTube. I still don't see the correct answer.
Thanks, Julio. I love you, brother.
Yeah, Uncle Jim, if you're here, you can have some cheese balls.
Okay, let's ask the question again. Some of them want to know what the question is. The question is, what was the date of my video 3031 MCK? Okay, that was when the very first 3030 loads I did was
I
with
see
some
Georgia
bullets.
Georgia boy got it. There you go. Way to go, Georgia boy. Georgia boy's on it. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, Georgia boy, they're going to be here for a week. We will hand deliver these to your house.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. I'll raise both hands to that. Woo! I want to be there. I think he drives a Chevy though, don't you? Bringing it in the Ford bag.
Come on, good deal.
Fords are great as long as it's not a pickup truck. So
Hey, them's workhorse. They are. I've had several.
All right, Big Al got it to about to the minute here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I hate that Georgia boy beat you to the punch, Big Al. So Georgia boy has a Chevy and a Ford.
Good man. Good man. I always said I'll drag my Chevy to the racetrack with my Ford pickup truck, if that makes any sense.
to get beat by a Dodge. So
Yeah, right. That's funny, Thorzax. I just had Kyle buy me some chicken pot pies today. I love him things.
some bird's eye chicken pot pie.
I bought some cheap ones, but they're good. They're good. That's all it takes.
Oh, you got the Sure Value brand ones, huh?
I got the Marie Callender taste in my house, but this will be fine here.
I got Marie Coleman. I highly approve for that brand.
Guess who won?
Maybe we could pick a sponsor up, Jamie. Maybe we could pick a sponsor up from Marie Coleman.
We're going to hand deliver them.
Why are you hitting my gun?
Jamie said we're going to hand deliver the brass to Georgia boy. I didn't know you
Okay, when we leave.
Don't know. Trick or treat.
Georgia boy, tell us about that range up there close to you. How far does the rifle range go out?
Yeah. 45 nickel.
And
that would be good if we can go to the rifle range by him and shoot with him.
That
No,
would
I
be
want to shoot in his backyard. Oh, I'm sorry. There's not even a camera on me.
That would be my pleasure to meet him and shake his hand and go shooting with him.
So when we meeting him?
We don't know yet. He's asking.
I'll be in touch with him. I'll get in touch with him.
Sounds good. We got a few days.
Yeah, I
And
feel
hey,
better, Chico.
Have some bullets up tomorrow and taking some bullets too.
There you go. Take him some 44s.
Oh wow! Now we're getting.
No, we 44s or 45s. What are we doing? Pick a caliber.
45
people.
brass. We can take him some 44 bullets.
Something's
30.
Good job, Jamie. Just change the subject. I got you.
30 yards, pistol, 100
Let's
yards.
ask the man that knows, guys. Chico.
100 yards is fine. We don't need to go past that.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to.
Which is the best truck,
Well, I want to
Chico?
go see if we got
Chevy or Ford?
He's going to say
I ain't fucking with that dude.
right.
Chico,
That's not a difficult trick.
round Vicks.
I gotta say this, Chico. It's great to have you back, man. It's great to have you back. We got to say hi to
Thank
Carter
you,
if he
brother.
rolls down.
Yeah, so that answer is almost a trick answer. But it's not a right or wrong answer. I've owned both makes. I can tell you this. If you have a Chevrolet or a GM vehicle, now if you have a Ford vehicle, you can always throw a Chevrolet motor in it, and just make it better. So I don't know if y'all can hear me. Am I roboting? You throw a Chevrolet motor in almost everything, but I do own a Chevrolet truck. I think I got some serious lag too.
No, you good. We just barely can't hear you. The speaker
Okay.
microphone ain't doing real good. You're not lagging at all, Chico.
Chico, you can throw a Daihatsu motor in a Chevy pickup truck too. It doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yeah, that.
Oh, God damn.
God.
I've seen
But I am a
whales.
Chevy guy. I'm more partial to Chevrolet, man.
Oops.
I've owned both. I've never owned a Dodge
I like
truck.
Chevy's pony cars and trucks.
There you go, Walter Davis. That's the smartest man.
There you go. My first truck was a 67 Ford F100. I had a 460 motor out of a Gran Torino in there, and it would arc the tires. And you could watch the gas gauge go, oh.
Yeah.
But when
I had a
when I had
79.
kids, that toy had to go away.
Yeah. I had a 79 Ford Bronco with a 460 Lincoln motor in it, with a 9-inch quick change Ford 411 rear end and a Detroit locker 411 in the front, and 38-inch 16.5 Super Swampers on it with a Skyjacker 2 lift. It was painted John Deere yellow and green, and it was a good running solid truck. And I found out later, after driving tow trucks for about 15 years, I've driven Chevys, I've driven Dodges, and I've driven Fords. And I own 2 Ford F550s before I lost my vision. The Chevys were the cheapest to fix when they'd break, but they broke more. The Dodges, the motor, the Cummins diesel, the original 12 valve motor was absolutely indestructible. The problem was Dodge had a real problem with their automatic transmissions in their 3500 series 1-tons, and
That's
basically
what made my paycheck.
the weak spot.
That Dodge I'm driving now has that 8-speed transmission in it. It's the smoothest 4-wheel drive I've ever had.
Oh wow!
Oh, good Lord, you got that new one. You got the new one. Wow.
I got a Warlock.
I made my living off of the Cummins engine, destroying the Dodge transmission they put behind it.
Oh yeah,
for 25 years.
Yeah.
But
I found Ford was the most expensive to fix, but they made the parts lasted longer. And when you're in a commercial business, it's not just the repair cost, but it's the downtime. If your truck's down for 2-3 days, that's 2-3 days of towing money you don't get.
Well,
so
that's the business that I'm in. So I totally dig that because I work for Peterbilt.
Yeah,
I know. If that truck ain't towing something towing something, whether it be a car or a trailer, that son of a bitch ain't making no money.
Yeah.
They don't make money just sitting there idling. So yeah, that's the business that I'm in, and I'm under the hammer all day, every day.
I remember those Isuzu pups y'all talking about.
Oh yeah. And the Chevy Loves.
Chevy Love, that's right.
And the Chevy Loves.
Right.
I remember when the first S10 came out, my dad had a Chevy Love pickup, a little white one with a long bed, had an 8-foot bed on it. And it was just a horrible truck. It had a little 4-cylinder in it. And it was just, he was a fireman, but he did contracting on the side. And as soon as you put, some roofing shingles and some saws and air compressor and stuff like that, you'd hit a bump and it would just bottom out. It was so weak of a truck. And like before he traded it in, I remember we were going to a job in Tampa. And we started out doing 68 miles an hour, and about 100 miles in, we were down to about 48 miles an hour, and he had the foot on the floor the whole time. It was so bad.
Oh, man. Probably had smoke blowing out the back.
Oh, let me get over here and sit next to where the hell did Willie go?
I don't know where they're
We've
at.
lost Willie. Willie! We've lost Willie.
You need to put the shocker collar on him. That way you can hit the button and you'll hear him scream.
I've got one.
Hello, good, Chico.
Well, if I could find Willie, I would. I can't read that. I can't. And hell, you got glasses.
Well, they close up.
I can't read that. No.
Far away.
I decided to buy a what?
Big Al says, I decided to buy a number of 2012 Silverado work trucks for our agency. Had huge problems with only 15 of them. We only bought 15. So he had problems with every one of them.
Yeah. The problem with Chevy is they put in their non-commercial vehicles, the 1500 pickups, they put like car brakes on them. And if you look at the rotors of an F-150 compared to the same year Chevy truck, you'll notice the rotors are much bigger on the Ford than the Chevrolet. It's a lighter weight rotor, which is fine until you put a trailer and some weight in it. Then you start burning up brakes and warping rotors and having all kinds of problems. Unless you go in and put an aftermarket kit on it and put like some Brembo cross drills on it. Or at least maybe convert over to the 3500 brake.
We hadn't talked about reloading.
Who's going to do that on a tow
I know.
right.
We started on track, so the natural progression was
I'm out of it.
trucks and stuff. So.
Guys, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop out. I'm more tired than I thought from physical therapy today, and I got to get up early for archery.
Yes, ma'am. See you
Well,
later.
you have a good evening and shoot straight.
I'm gonna try to have a good evening. I'm gonna try. Actually, I am gonna have a good evening. I'm going to bed, and I'm gonna try to shoot straight.
There you go.
Good night, troublemakers. Chico, good to see you.
You
Have a
too.
good night,
Good luck
sweetheart.
at your archery tomorrow.
Kyle. Yep, and
Where?
Kyle, Scotsman, and Willie. Don't burn down the state of Georgia.
We're no, it's not California. We have control.
All right, night, guys. Night, guys.
Good night.
Guys,
Miranda.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay, so the Ford Ranger is coming back out along with the Bronco and an all-electric Mustang. What do y'all think about that?
Is the
Hey,
Bronco going to be in all white and only go
It'll out drag race
and have all the cops?
The glove don't fit.
You must have quit.
I'm sorry. Try again, Ozark.
I said it'll outrun a Prius at least. We hope.
If it don't rumble,
That's right. I get
I don't
tickled.
mind passing everything but a gas station, but if it don't rumble, it's not a Stang.
That's right. I get tickled these kids and these Mustangs and these Camaros, and they got a V6 on them and coffee can exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like cherry bombs, the old cherry bomb glass packs. Yeah.
Okay,
I
Kyle.
know.
Okay.
Where?
Lusky.
He quit.
He's listening.
Chico has joined us. We need to show Chico everybody that's at your house.
Well, the only two people that are here are here. Hey, you guys!
I know Willie's there.
Willie's in there on the toilet.
Oh yeah. Willie's probably violating my septic system at this point in time.
Shotgun in your toilet.
All right. Here's me. There's Mark. Hey, everybody else.
I have no authority over those two knuckleheads.
Me neither. Well, if that's the case, let's get the paintball guns.
So anyway,
The
Chico,
blue people are the ones that relate.
Kyle, Scotsman, MCK, and Willie at Kyle's house.
A 4-pack.
I've been invaded.
Not
I've
a
been
6-pack, but a
invaded, brother.
4-pack.
Yeah, boy, you and Carter need to be here.
Get him.
I'm wore out, man. I'm
Go!
telling you.
There's
Wore
one.
out.
Where's the other one?
What's up, brother?
I'm slow.
What's going on, man?
Well, it ain't cause you handicapped. It's cause you're 6.5 foot tall.
We got Hopalong
Son of a-
Cassidy. Hopalong Cassidy here.
Shit.
Uncle Jim, I got you, baby.
Hoppy.
What's up, Willie? What's up, Scott?
Got a nippy for you.
Good God. Hang on. Wait a minute. There.
Are we on or off? We're still on, aren't we?
We're ish.
We're in.
I want Willie to take a sip of that IPA and see his face.
I want Willie to take a. Actually, Willie took a pull off of that
I did.
the other night. Do it now. Do it now. You're on
Daddy.
camera. Do it
Yes,
now.
Daddy.
Do it now.
That's
Like
not
that.
your edge red. That's not your edge red. That's the good stuff.
Up in there.
Daddy,
You heard me.
don't call me Daddy.
Speaking of it, Tom.
Oh, look at there.
She wanted to call.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Jamie's his hey, Jamie's his daddy right now.
Thank you,
Hey, look,
Jamie.
I definitely agree with Jerry 1911's comment. I met Willie in person last night, and he is pretty tall. And if Scotsman is taller than him, that should tell you something.
Public service announcement, guys. I apologize for anything you see tonight. He's not right. Probably he's not right. We're okay because we
I've
just
never
drove.
been
So
right.
Yeah,
we're good.
we're okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you not right. You want to drink of this or not?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay, then they said no.
I got to get up early, so no, I'm good.
My tummy's warm though.
Kids. What is this?
That's my new mold the Scotsman gave me.
Ooh.
Lyman, 147 grain, 9 mil.
With custom refinished handles by me.
Custom handles that he made.
Hang on. I will show off. I will show off the bounty.
I've been wanting this mold for a
Four
very long
banger.
time.
That's really cool, man.
It's beyond
So we're casting bullets tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this mold, Willie.
What was that? I'm sorry?
Tell us about this mold.
It's right here.
It's a Lyman, 147 grain. Same one that Kenny has in Andy 79Z28. It's pretty much like a truncated cone with, I believe, a single loop grill. It is very
Take your
nice.
seat back over, sir.
No, I'm okay right now. It's very, very nice. I've been wanting it for a long time so I can make some zinkers and some ladders. Oh, yeah. And right now I'm going to be sending a big box of zinc home.
Yeah, I got some for your collection. I'll try to bring it down tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if he can afford anymore.
I'll be able to.
I'm not done putting zinc into the box.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Y'all see this pile of shit? Sorry, not pile of shit. Y'all see this pile
I'm
of
just
zinc?
happy to be in Georgia on the Georgia chat. That's what I'm happy with all my good friends.
Boy, look,
Man, I'm so glad you're here.
you tall bastard.
Short, lumpy.
There we go.
All right.
Two.
Oh, you got to turn around, baby. Let me grab a booby. Ooh, baby.
Yeah. Move your short ass.
Okay,
Yep,
let's,
it's nasty weather. Probably for most of us. So is anyone in the side chat doing any casting? Reloading it can be any weather, but casting is I try to stay away from it during the summer because it's so hot. It's a hot job, rather.
It is. I agree.
Have dropped, so yeah, it'll kind of be perfect to cast.
Our weather has made a beautiful turn here, hasn't it?
It has. I like the weather. I like when the seasons change in fall and spring. Summer, not so much. Winter, not so much. So I'm kind of
all the trees are brilliant here. All the hickories and the maples and all that, they're just glorious right now.
I've got a maple tree in my front yard, and it is just starting. The leaves are just starting to turn red, and it'll be fire red here for about 3 weeks coming up. Go ahead, William. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's been sprinkling off and on today. Of course, Kyle and me go out to get dinner, and it dumps on us when we're walking out. Just literally dumps on us.
A little hurricane weather.
Of course, we go to Taco Bell, which I love, and I ordered a big old value pack to feed everyone here. And what do? They put the tacos on the bottom of the bag and all the burritos on top of the tacos and crushed them. Freaking retards.
Thank God I fixed the
They get
plumbing.
paid way too much for minimum wage. And then get this, you go into Taco Bell, you think I told him, he goes, you want to do the drive-thru? No, let's go inside because I wanted to split. I didn't want him to pay for the bill. You cannot have a person face-to-face do the order. You have to electronically do your order, and then you have to wait 5 minutes for them to say, oh, Willie, your order, you can come pay your order now. And wait, pay your order, go back and wait for your food now. It was absolutely asinine. At least in California, I can walk in face to face and they'll place the order for you. Here, oh no, don't come near me. But we got to type on the same electronic pad every person in the restaurant.
The Corona pad.
And they don't no Corona pad. Exactly.
2020 has been a messed up freaking year. But I'll tell you right now, the best thing for me this year is I got my buddy right here.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy finally to meet the man, to shake his hand.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this weekend. I can tell you
one
that.
heck of a week. So,
and he'll outfit you, Scotsman. Scotsman, give him a long gun, he'll outshoot you too.
Maybe. You never know. But Marvin, I wish you'd be here, Marvin, because I'll tell Marvin can cook. That man can cook.
I got a couple with iron sights. We'll see what he can do.
I brought you glass.
Kyle can cook.
Oh, yeah, Kyle cooked a banging breakfast. Of course, this morning I had to ask him, "Where's the ketchup?" He goes, "Ketchup?
He
on
wanted
sausage?"
to put. Listen to this shit. He wanted to put ketchup on sausage biscuits.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go away.
They were thick.
What you talking about, Willie? What you talking about, Willie?
That way. That way.
Hold on.
And keep going.
Hold on.
California's that way.
This coming from Kyle, who doesn't believe in coffee.
No, I believe in coffee. I believe my fair share of it. I've got plenty of it.
Is that Julio coming in? Julio.
Julio.
That's how
Julio talking to you over here.
No,
Oh, Jimmy boy. I thought that was Julio. Jimmy boy, I got you on my shirt, baby.
I know, that's disgusting, Ray. Disgusting.
You did it. You did it. Next time we get your house, everyone's going to have this shirt.
Uncle Jim, you see what happens when you get drunk?
Woohoo, baby. You did it. Oh, you, baby. Come on, muscles. Come on, muscles.
You end up with a Willie child.
I was
get printed on a shirt.
That's right.
And the best part was when he texted me the next day, and what my reply to him was.
Didn't Uncle Jim have hot water problems? Wow.
No, negative. Uncle Jim had plenty of hot water. He had a big old pouring shower, too. I was like, I had room.
Who's got plenty of hot water now, Willie?
You got plenty of hot water now.
He keeps calling it the porn shower. There was never pornography done in that shower.
Oh, come on now.
It's big enough for a couple and a camera crew.
Okay.
That's what the bench is for. The bench is for the cameraman.
How about them oil weights?
This is a reloading chat, right? Can we get back to reloading? Let's get on topic.
How about them oil weights?
Uncle Jim was unloading, all right.
First thing I need to ask Uncle Jim, first and foremost, man, how you feeling? How's that knee?
Much better. I thought I'd be down for a month, but it's doing a lot better. I can walk. It's great.
What did you do, Jim? I knew nothing about this.
Well, a quarter mile of driveway of scrub brush 5 feet back with a chainsaw. That'll do it.
I remember your video. I didn't know you got hurt on that video besides your truck.
No, I was fine until I woke up the next morning.
Oh, okay.
And that's part of it. You're not a kid anymore. Yes.
Did you actually tear your ACL?
I thought I did because it was right, on the inside part of the knee, and the whole side was bulged out and swollen, and
Oh,
but it's doing really good. Lots of ice and everything, and I can walk, so I'm back.
Hey, Jim, get on the plane, baby. We got cheese balls. Come on, baby. I know how you love your cheese balls.
I couldn't believe you're over there, Willie. You didn't say nothing.
It was a secret, but hang on now. Hang on.
Hey, Willie.
I thought I was special. You gave Kyle a Utah plate. What the heck, man?
Hey, Willie, will you hand me a cheese ball there?
Absolutely. I'll hand you a cheese ball. I will.
The Utah plate
I
don't
was
work.
the only one with the Utah plate, and I come in and I see it sitting, and I'm going, and you stamped your initials in it. I'm like, what the hell? I don't got no initials stamped in mine.
I had to
Really,
say
they don't work. They don't work with zinc.
Good night, Walter. Thanks for coming.
Good night, Walter.
Hey, good night,
Jim,
Walter.
thanks for coming on, buddy.
We still got the truck thing going on the side, yeah.
Oh, I bet you do.
Oh, I have to tell you, I went into town today, and I looked to my right, and they're doing construction or something, and there's a guy hanging off the back of an old Ford truck, kind of keeping them in line, but there were steel trusses, and it was over the front of the truck and over the back of the truck, dragging on the ground, and I couldn't believe this truck was hauling that in the out in the terrain, in the desert there. And I was like, damn it, my phone camera wasn't on, so That would have been a great picture. It was like an 80s Ford.
Yeah. Did you say to yourself, son of a bitch?
Yeah, I didn't. Usually I have the camera ready just in case. But I blew a bunch of stuff today going into town. There's so much funny stuff going on. There's a big Chevy truck with these gigantic, he comes pulling out from the post office with these gigantic Trump flags, huge on each side, about the size of Cranky's. And I was like, America.
Cranky's house, yeah.
I was like, America. And that was a big Chevy, probably a 78 or something. Really nice, 4x4, all lifted and everything.
44s. Yeah.
Now, Jim, I'm going to make you happy. Coming from Sacramento, flying in, 4 Rangers on the plane, counting myself, and a gentleman wearing a Trump hat. I said, great hat. The guy next to me says, thank you for your service. Here's a Trump hat for free that I never wore.
Ooh, go get it.
So I got a brand new Trump hat.
Go get it. I'll get there. I'll go get it.
Make America strong again. Trump, we need him.
Yeah, it was
buddy.
a lot of missed opportunities on videos today.
And there's been Trump flags flying through Georgia everywhere.
Let's see if we can get this camera going. I'm sorry, I was eating dinner. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh God. Please, God, no.
Yeah, my advice to you, and I think Ozark will agree on that text you sent us. When Mama cooks, we eating, buddy.
That's right. Rule number 1: make Mama happy.
Yeah, and we all helped. Yeah.
Before we run out of time, I want Echo to tell us about this expander he got from for his 223.
Basically, I'm using a Sinclair expanding die, and I'm running the casings up into the die body without using the expander ball. So I'm basically eliminating all the run out in the neck of the case. And so I was using a Sinclair expander die, or bush mandrel is what it's called, expander mandrel, but it was for the head turning tool, which made it 2,000 smaller than the actual diameter I needed, which will give you 2,000 neck tension, which I thought would be okay, But brass has memory. So when you go down and flare it, when you pull it out, what you thought was 2,000 is now almost 2,500. So basically, these expanders are a little bit bigger to compensate for the memory of the brass squeezing back down. And they're also a lot more graduated taper, so that it slides easier in and out of the brass of the mouth of the case. So I should be getting those here in a couple days.
Sinclairs?
Well, they'll work in the Sinclair die. Yeah. Like they make quite a few different expanders that you can work in this die. You can even get carbide or tin coated to help with lubricity, so you don't have to do the necks, lubricate the necks.
So I bought some from NOE for my, I think it's 314 expander die, or 312 for the Mosin. And then Uncle Jim today, was it today or yesterday, puts out this video about a 5-cent expander. He takes he takes a 5/16 bolt and basically grinds the threads off of it, and bam, there you go. It turns out to be the perfect diameter.
That's what I was going to ask Echo. Was this expander almost like the Lyman M die, basically?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a free floating stem mandrel that basically it free floats a little bit to self-align to the case, and it just gives you unbelievable. When I roll my piece of brass, and this is range pickup 223 556, this stuff has been sitting on the ground, stepped on, And after I resized it and ran the expander in there, I put it on the Sinclair concentricity gauge, drop it right on the neck. And I'm getting less than 1,000. Sometimes the gauge hardly even moves on concentricity on the neck, which transfers over to the bullet with a good seating guy and eliminates any of that concentricity run out on the bullet.
Yeah, I know, Kenny.
Cotton whip.
I can't see what he wrote.
Cotton when
When he chucks it in the RCBS bullet I can't have expanders. You changed it on me, so I can't read it anymore.
There we go.
We're watching a little small Chromebook screen, and we can't really see what the site
Well, I
check's
can
in.
see it, but you changed it before I can finish it.
Don't make fun of my size.
I'm a blind bastard, so.
Okay.
I did like Jim's video, though, with that bolt expander, that 5-cent. That was pretty smart. I did like that.
That was desperation, Willie.
It worked, though.
I was using it today.
I want to build off something Echo said right here. And Chico, you got to help me out on this one. We go to the range and we pick up, like when I go to the range up at Johns Mountain, I come back with at least 200 extra pieces of 223 5.56, at least 200. And then we go through all the changes, you know. We deprime them, then we clean them, and then we lubricate them, then we size them and trim them, rather. Size them, then trim them. And all this work we do in this range pickup 223 stuff that Echo's done said. It's been on the concrete. People been stepping on it. And we get done with it, and it's this beautiful piece of brass that looks almost like it's brand new. And then I know I do. I don't know about y'all, but I use a brass catcher on my ARs because after I've done all that work to it, I don't want that stuff to even touch the cement anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brass catchers are awesome. Try digging brass of like this deep of thick gravel. It's not fun.
Well, especially like these ranges right now, say if it hits the ground, we're keeping it. I'm like, no. You put all that time and work, like Jamie just said, and you're not keeping my brass. I'm sorry.
Not if I brought
So
it.
I want to bring up a real quick point. Jamie, can you say that for us one more time?
What, brass catcher?
No, cement.
Cement?
Like the cement pond.
But here's the thing, guys. If you didn't realize that you're watching a Southern chat, this is Southern, true Southern. Say cement one more time.
What would you call?
Okay, who didn't understand what I was talking about?
It's okay, because Uncle Jim was talking about blowing something a little bit ago. So Uncle Jim's talking about blowing, and Jamie's talking about cement. Sounds like semen, so it's okay.
Oh,
No,
good
that's
God. What is wrong with you
That's
people?
not what he's meaning.
That's okay. I got to send you.
That went the other direction.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, Jim, I'm going to send you a picture
I got popcorn in
of
there.
a damn
Speaking of
billboard
South.
sign that's by Kyle's house, and you're going to laugh your ass off on this sign.
I made
That's
Willie,
all I'm going to say.
made Willie take a picture of the damn billboard.
This billboard, you're going to laugh your ass off when you see it.
It's
Total
funny as shit.
Georgia.
It's funny as hell.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll shut up now.
Mm.
So I got one question, Chico. Are you coming up to shoot with us?
Y'all go Wednesday?
What's that?
You want to know what day we're going to shoot?
Y'all
You said
going
Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Yeah, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Or both.
Well, Elvis Ammo's from
If y'all go
North
Wednesday, I
Carolina.
can definitely come.
Yeah,
Wednesday it is.
Wednesday it is in.
I got a couple special things for you to shoot, brother.
Tell him, Chico, since there's more than one of it, he's going with Ewans.
Ewan's is, yeah.
Ewans, yeah.
Chico, I got a couple things I want you to shoot too.
Okay, Jim,
I'll
Marvin,
shoot it.
get your ass on a plane. We'll pick you up at the airport.
Hell, Marvin can be here by sunup. He can eat breakfast with us.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, shit, yeah. I mean, he's been about 8
Definitely
hours
could.
away.
If Twine will do all the driving, I'm there.
That's right. You get Twisted Twine to drive with you.
From the other room, I heard, what?
Bring backstrap.
I got what's this here sauce?
What's this here sauce? You don't even put that stuff on. I'm not on good meat.
Winchester, what?
No,
Yeah, Winchestershire.
no, backstrap. No,
No, backstrap by itself.
Backstrap has to be eaten pure.
See,
I
Jim,
got
jump on the
salt,
plane.
pepper.
Plenty of guns. Kenny, you can jump on the plane. Come on down.
Meg will have to bring the shaky season. He made off
Hey,
of
man.
pounds of it.
The gang's all here, brother.
I always wanted to crash in one of his comfy chairs, like him and Scotsman were in that
Oh,
one.
they
video.
are
the one
comfy,
video.
Jim, they are
Jim.
comfy.
Come on down, brother. Come on down.
I tell you what, Jim. I bet you won't do it.
Oh, I don't feel like flying ever again, but I don't know. I'll
Brother,
probably-
I got 2 weeks of vacation I got to burn up. Get your ass down here.
it's probably going to take a funeral to get me on a plane again. I'm just sick of the airport.
Well, all right. I love my dog, but Willie, hand me the knife.
Hey, Uncle Jim, I picked up Willie at the airport, and his bag didn't come, so we had to sit there for an hour and 20 minutes and wait for the next flight to get there from Charlotte. And if I can pick him up from the airport, and I can pick you up just as easy. So anytime you get ready, buddy, come on down.
All right, but whose bag got lost or delayed?
Mine.
Willie's.
Oh, Willie.
Of course, Willie's.
Willie.
Perfect.
It's my fault, Jim.
It was totally Scotsman's
It
fault.
was my
He
fault.
put me second steward. He did not. I requested.
I got him
Priority.
I got him terrible seating.
Yep.
I got him a terrible cheap flight.
Yep.
And so he suffered the consequences. It's all my fault.
I am a first class type of man, and he put me second stew.
Wait a minute. He
Really
bagged
ain't
your
good money
ticket.
back. Yeah.
Did he buy your ticket, Willie?
Yes, he did.
Oh man! Then don't complain about nothing.
I'm not. I'm making a joke of it.
That was really nice of him to do that. I didn't
All right,
even know he
Andy's
was going.
coming down to shoot with us, y'all. So y'all got to find Andy a place on the sofa. And in
on,
that
Andy.
car,
I
in
got
that
room.
car, he can be here much sooner than lunchtime tomorrow. Start driving now. He'll be here by.
I got room, brother. Come on.
Now, hang on now. I'm Jamie, and I love Jamie to death, but I'm in the passenger seat holding on my seatbelt going, I'm going to die. This man's going to kill me. I'm looking over going, Jamie, you're doing 85. People are passing me. We're still going. I'm like, you're doing 85, Jamie. It's okay. Zoom,
Hey, you're in
zoom.
Atlanta, buddy. You better keep up
I'm
with
like,
some
yeah.
Say he
Hey,
ain't
hey,
rolled
Willie.
me yet.
Really? That's nothing. Welcome to Georgia.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute, Jamie. I didn't see the flag drop. When did the race start? We're going, baby.
No,
Yeah,
you y'all don't understand.
You're in NASCAR country, Willie.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody in the South thinks they can drive NASCAR. And
Well,
it's
You
not
gotta look
so.
at the flag, man. You gotta look at the
That's
flag.
right. You can only drive counterclockwise around Atlanta. So that's
And another left turn. And another left turn. And another left turn.
all the
Chico,
lanes
I tell you,
go the
Please,
way.
traffic. We have a traffic alert down. Give me a.
go get on. Chico will tell you, get on 285 at 75. Go
Good.
take
We have
285
a
west,
Give us practice.
take 285 west and you're making nothing but left turns. So, all right, guys, we're overtime.
285. There you go. We get practice.
Yeah. What was that picture, Chico, back in the 90s? He came to Atlanta and he got lost between the airport and the Braves Stadium.
Oh, yeah, the baseball player, yeah.
Jerry
Yeah,
Maguire.
That's only
It's a
like,
circle.
that's what, Chico, like 11 miles. And he went all the way around 285 twice. The man
But
ran out of gas before he found the stadium.
I've heard people doing that.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I want to say
people do that.
Pascal Perez. Was that him?
It was the pitcher for. Oh crap! Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Pastor. 285 is a NASCAR track.
PC Bullet Empire shows up in time to say goodnight.
I know.
But Empire.
I will tell you, if you've never been in the South, when you're driving out this way, same in the Midwest, Missouri, Kansas, all of
Kansas is 490 miles of nothing.
that. Shut up, I'm talking.
Yes, sir.
If you've ever driven on any of those kinds of roads and you've been on those freeways, you understand. You drive aggressive. You do not go slow.
You fall behind.
85, Willie. 85 is nothing. You're doing 100, 105. You move. You move and you get to where you're going.
Unless they're going 60.
You guys need to come back to California. You guys, come on down to California.
The hell with that.
guarantee
Everybody's
you're gonna
going
go home
28 miles an
doing
hour in
85, 90
California.
miles per hour down the
I've
freeway.
been there. I've got videos of it.
We're out of
28
control. Reel it in,
Yeah.
guys. Reel it in. Come on. Reel it in.
I go have to say goodnight.
Our speed limit's 85, so everyone goes 95 in Texas at the same time. It's the same road.
Right. But, yeah.
Texas is doing 110.
No, he's texting.
No, it's text.
Oh.
You deaf bastard.
Well, Jamie, I'm going to have to sign off. I'm going to say I love every one of you.
Hey, I got laser eyes.
Love you, Mark.
Y'all have a good
Mark.
Y'all have a good night.
Sorry.
Well,
Take it easy, brother. All right, good to see you, brother.
Y'all have a good time.
Thanks for coming in, man, and I'm hoping you never have to cast another 358.
I won't for a year or two. I can tell you that.
God bless
There
you.
you go.
Thank y'all.
See you, man.
Bye.
Take care, Ozark.
All right, good deal. So,
Good to see Chico back. Chico.
yeah,
We
Chico's
missed our
still
team.
working
Thanks for
with his
joining us.
brother some, ain't you, Chico?
We do miss our Chico.
And we got that rain too down there. Yeah, it rained. It sucks when it's working on wet cars, kind of.
Yeah.
But
I
it
can
can always
only
be
imagine.
worse. I can say that.
I told you about the icicle
So look,
dripping in
guys,
the
we're
ear.
at you're right. 2 hours already. Sorry I was late. But we're gonna do our outro so we can let all you wonderful people side chat continue with your evening. We appreciate you guys joining Jordan Shooting Connection live stream. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up because that helps us get more exposure on YouTube. Maybe more people want to watch us. Maybe you can talk about cars and trucks and Ford engines and something like that. But thanks for joining us. And but that is my outro because I am out of the loop. So thanks everyone. If I didn't get to respond to your comment in the side chat, I see a lot of people saying hey. So Jerry 1911, I forgot to to comment back. So I'll say Echo, thanks for joining us, brother. You want to do an outro?
Yeah, brother. Thank you, Chico. Nice seeing you again, brother. We've been missing you.
You too.
Basically, I'm gonna go shooting this weekend, maybe tomorrow, and I might be putting a barrel in my LR 308 this coming weekend, I might be getting a Krager finally in the mail I've been waiting on. So if that barrel comes in, I'll throw that on there and do some test loads for it. And that's where I'm going to be. Thank you very much for inviting me tonight, Jamie. I appreciate it, sir.
Always an honor and a privilege to have you, brother. Thanks for coming. Uncle Jim's always great to have you. You want to wait and be last and let Kyle and all those guys go?
Yeah, I don't have much to say anyway as far as outros. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can do Uncle Jim's outro. Hello, this is Uncle Jim. I do a video every day.
And goodbye.
Hold on. Where's Mario?
Hello,
This is Uncle Jim.
This is Weirdo.
Until next time.
Okay, I'm gonna be real easy. Everyone, $29.95 for the official Uncle Jim Flex T-shirt.
Oh my
Playboyman at live.com. We can all get you a pimpin' shirt of Uncle Jim. His beautiful smile saying, check me out. I'm done.
We need the Bowser.
I'm gonna keep mine even more simple, Willie. I'm glad you made it, brother. I'm
Thank
glad
you, my
you're here.
brother.
And it is my absolute pleasure to shake your hand, brother.
Absolutely.
That's all I got.
Love
I'm
this
out.
man. That's
I
it.
just wanted this son of a bitch to be here. That's all I want.
I'm out.
$29.95, people.
I can't top that. I'm out.
All right, guys. Good to see everybody. Chico, we'll see you in a couple days, buddy.
We're having a great time, though.
Yeah, we're having a good time. We need some Bowser music for that T-shirt, though. All right, guys. Have a good night.
We need some dueling banjos. Uncle Jim, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know you're not feeling real good, but
Right in there. Go get it.
I warned you that we had room.
Yes, go get it.
Hang on, Jim.
How about we do that for a minute? Okay. There you go. All right. Thanks for coming. It's always great to have Uncle Jim with us. And Chico, man, I miss you on here on Friday nights, brother.
Yep, Chico.
I'm glad you're back. And but hey, man, you know you got to take care of family. Chico's brothers help ran off, and so he's got to do what he's got to do for family. That comes first always, and it's part of Chico's character, and that's part of why we love him so much. So we appreciate you. Glad to see you back. Anything else you want to say, Uncle Jim?
Thank you, man. I'm proud.
No, have fun in Georgia, guys, and thanks for having me on. So awesome. Have fun.
Thanks for joining us. We're in touch, so y'all be in touch. Check us out on Georgia Shooting Connection. Chico got to help me here. Georgia Shooting Connection at gmail.com.
Instagram where Uncle Jim is. Yeah. Instagram where Uncle Jim needs to make a post. And y'all can reach us here. You can leave a comment. We do see the comment.
Okay.
And that's all we got so far, Jamie. We got our own YouTube channel if y'all didn't know.
Yeah, we have our own YouTube channel. Check it out. Georgia Shooting Connection YouTube. We're also going to start I'm thinking about doing a Facebook page for Georgia Shooting Connection, and hopefully if we can step up our subscription to StreamYard, we may be live streaming that on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but that's going to cost us money, and I don't know if it'll be worth it. So anyway, God bless y'all. Thank you for coming. Hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good. Lord willing, we'll see y'all same back time next week. Let me do this and say, y'all say good night, y'all.